gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the ESR Tugas PHSR multi-class Big Bada Boom 2004 Round 3 at TT Assen Moto. I am very attractive, and with me as always is the man who suffers from regular califragilistic expialidocious, Michael Megas.
Once every hour, actually.
The pain!
The pain and the fragilisticness. This is round 3 of the multi-class series that we are doing with, well, when I say we, I suppose I should say ESR is doing, which is where you're probably watching this on the channel, and Petrolheads and Tugas racing over in Europe. Byron, I have bad feelings about the camera, given that we are not following.
Yeah, that's not a fantastic scenario.
Yeah, we're in the last minute qualifying here, hopefully.
Quick scan says that things do change.
Okay. Anyways, Tomas Ribeiro is currently on the pole position for the Porsche GT3 cars. That is the upper class, signified by the, what would you call that, gray color of the box beside the position there, Byron?
I would call it a, just to mess with the colorblind people, that's definitely red.
That is not red. And then in the purple/pink fuchsia, I guess, we have the BMW M2s, which make up the secondary class. So Thomas Ribeiro will start on pole, followed by Thorsten Borchardt, Martin Edmonds, and Ryan Herman, Antonio Costa, and John Spriggs, and Fotis Zoglu. Hey, we got Zoglu back on track. Jason Stempler and Raul Valoria on row 5, Adam Stewart, and Ivan Rizov, I believe that is a new driver, on row 6. Luciano Chazo. Luciano down in 13th place. Really?
Hey, Luciano.
Anyways, he'll show row 7 with John Maniak. Row 8, Mauricio Delgado and Nicozel van de Bergie. And Morbid Apathy at the back of the pack. And then in the BMWs, it'll be Tobias Theorolf ahead of Magic Kashchuk, Ariel Zatoni, Henrik Andreasen, Leszek Lakomi, and I'll keep rolling. Jeff Ecott, James Butler, Andy Darnell, Steve Davidson, Vic Vega, and Chris Willems. So, if you're not familiar with multi-class racing, we will see some lapping going on because the Porsches are notably faster. I wish I had made note of how faster, but are faster around this track than the BMWs will be. So regardless, let's put it this way. If Mike Stoffmill, and we're off, by the way, with the green flag. Let's put it this way. If Mike Stoffmill was driving a BMW and I was driving a Porsche, I would beat him. I know it's hard to believe, but, you know, it would happen.
What if he was driving a 1972 Stingray Corvette? I
believe I would still beat him in that case, because I imagine a Stingray Corvette would throw itself off the track at some point.
Probably.
All right, so side-by-side action here in the early going between Fotis Zoglu, and that is Jason Stempler, I think. Sporting the Falcon livery. Oh, spin for Morbid Apathy.
Oh boy.
I think we lost one of the Porsches. I thought there were 17. There appears to be only 16. So, Byron, are we seeing a name that we're missing?
I don't see the aforementioned Mike Stoffmill anywhere.
Well, he wasn't mentioned in the rundown of the grade. Anyways, he's not been here. Otherwise, Thomas Ribeiro would have a fight on his hands. Actually, I don't know. Have we ever seen Ribeiro go up against Mike Stoffmill? Can we prove that they aren't the same person?
I mean, mathematically, probably.
All right, Ribeiro leads for Borchardt, Edmonds, and the onboard here with Henrik Andreasen. This is in the BMW field. He is 4th place behind Theorolf, Kashchuk, and Zatoni. Chazo's already up a spot, having overtaken, I think, Rizov. Van der Bergie is behind him, but I think Van der Bergie was behind him at the start. I think it's Rizov who was following backwards in the field. Over James Butler as he gets very close to the rear of Leszek Lakomi.
Michael, I have a spectacular new idea for cars. 3-wheel drive.
Side by side between longtime teammates Jeff Ecott and Andy Darnell. Hopefully they will handle that fairly friendly. And Vic Vega behind them there in the white BMW. He's getting a little bit physical. That is morbid apathy in the Porsche, trying to make his way through the lower class BMWs. That's going to be a little bit difficult because, of course, the BMWs will not be given the blue flag for him. So they are actually completely entitled to race him right now. Unless we have a rule that states otherwise, which is quite possible. But in multi-class racing, if you are on the same lap as somebody, they are entitled to hold you up as much as they can, frankly.
Hold me down, I'm 6 feet from the fence, and I'm thinking, maybe
Now,
this guy's
to be
gonna
clear,
put me in the wall.
it wouldn't be terribly smart to hold up the upper class, but people will do it. Thorsten Borchardt on the tail of Thomas Ribeiro, who has won both races so far this season and has had a pretty dominant season. Back there are the Falcon cars of Spriggs and Stempler. As we lose... Oh no! We lost Vanderbergie already. Nico-Zell Vanderbergie will park it. And it will be a pointless day for one of our YouTube audience's favorite people, based on that one live stream we did.
Yeah, that was an event. Enjoyed that.
And picks up a drive-through penalty for ignoring slowdowns, but he's out of the race, Stewards. You don't actually have to penalize him any further.
We should come up with our own Vanderberg in his honor. Come on down to Hungry Jack's and get yourself a Vanderbergie burger.
The Vanderbergie burger. Let's see, what did the Dutch usually? What are like stereotypical Dutch foods?
Stroopwafels.
Because I know he's from Germany, but oh lord, sideways action there for Leszek Lacomi as he gets shuffled back. Oh, when he collected either Ecott or Darnell. Whoever's further back, Ecott, I do believe.
I just collect records. What a weirdo.
On board with Chris Willems for a very brief moment there. He has Leszek Lacomi on his tail. That livery is very, very weird. The one side looks like an actual race car, and the other side, facing us right now, just white.
Sir, is it true that you have the Leszek surgery to improve the vision?
Yeah, I have not. Has been recommended.
I hear they scoop your eyeball out with the spoon and they roll it around in the dirt.
Stempler versus Azoglu for 8th place at the moment. Fotis Azoglu has been very quick in this series, but a technical issue robbed him of being able to even race last time out. As he got a DNS. And he's looking for some justice. Where did he finish the first race? I'm gonna deign to look. He was 6th in race 1, so had a very solid outing. If I recall correctly, Moore was on the offering, but he, I think, didn't get the pit stop strategy over correctly. By the way, we will have one mandatory pit stop, which must see a tire change. And that window will open up in about 10 minutes.
Do they have to lick that window?
Vic Vega getting a little wide there against Andy Darnell. Shows him off the track. But Darnell comes back on and will make the overtake happen. So to recap the podiums of the first 2 races so far, we had race number 1 that was run by Thomas Ribeiro from Thorsten Borchardt and Luciano Echazo. And then the second race saw Borchardt DNF, and that allowed Ribeiro to win from Echazo and the absent today Christian Kubovic, which is a shame to see him absent from the field. He was 5th in the first race and 3rd in the second race. And in BMW action, it has been, of course, Andy Darnell winning the first race from Andreasen and Thierolf, and then Thierolf winning race number 2 from Josiah Jerome, who is not here today, and Magic Cashin. Fotis Azoglu looking to make the move on Jason Stempler. I really need to look up who Joseph Stempler is, because I'm entirely certain there's a Joseph Stempler, like from hockey or something. And that's why I keep defaulting to Joseph instead of Jason.
I believe his real name is actually Jehoshaphat.
Let me see. I'm going to do a Google search.
Also, shout out to the Magical Cabbage truck for his excellent livery. Oh no! Mr. Jackson Stemplefire, you have sucked. Suck less.
Well, a quick Google search has not really netted me anything about Joseph Stempler that would lead to a problem.
The Salada Stemp. Maybe you need to stemp your game up.
Maybe. Well, I apologize, Jason Stempler. I have been confusing your name for no reason. Normally there's a reason that I do this. In this case, there doesn't appear to be. Luciano Achazo going side by side and banging doors with Raul Valoria. Valoria did pick up a penalty last round for insufficient racing rooms. It'll be interesting to see how he handles the steward's advice on that regard. Looks like Achazo will get past him in the Plath livery. That is the plaid liveried Porsche there, red and black.
Very nice. It is the pattern of an excellent garment worn by a certain segment of the population.
The black watch.
Well, it's going to go more like, ladies.
Ladies as well, but the black watch as well.
The Barack watch.
You need to understand the black watch has all the plot armor in the world in BattleTech, and you cannot kill them, no matter how hard you try. Nukes are merely an inconvenience. On board with John Spriggs.
The long-lost John Spriggs has returned.
Yeah, we hadn't seen John Spriggs in quite some time prior to this series. So.
I hear that he went on an adventure that may or may not have included punching Nazis, giant snakes, and also a great blue heron.
Did involve Hugo Stiglitz.
Perhaps. Say auf Wiedersehen to your Nazi balls.
We're big fans of your work, but as far as your status as Nazi killer, you're still amateur. Let's see if you want to go pro. We need to see if we want to invest a first-round draft pick in you. On board with... well, not on board, but looking at Adam Stewart. He trails Raul Valoria. Chaz up ahead of him, and ahead of them is Fotis Suzuki. Byron, are you the loquacious type?
Some would say that I am both verbose and morose.
Oh.
But not all the time.
Adam Stewart looking on the inside. No move, though, on the table.
At times I can generate a certain jocularity.
Henrik Andreasen trailing Magic Kashchuk, who's been overtaken by Ariel Zatoni for second place. Tobias Thierolf has said goodbye to the BMW field. He is up by 5 seconds. As Jeff Ecott looks to find a way past Leszek Lukomi to no avail at the moment. On board with Mauricio Delgado.
El Rapido Mauricio.
Overtakes Rizov for 13th position. Andrew D in the dinosaur car, running in 6th place. Ahead of him is Antonio Costa and Rene Armour. Behind him is John Spriggs. As Borchardt puts a lap on one of the BMWs. Ribeiro also up there. And Vic Vega makes up a spot there over Steve Davidson. Although he was ahead of Davidson last week check, so I wonder if that's a retake. Borchardt slaloming nicely through the blue flags. There's Ivan Rizov with the proud Macedonian flag. I actually do like the Macedonian flag. It's creative.
I missed it. Does it have a dragon?
It's the red and yellow one for 14th place.
Oh, the Spanish flag.
No, it doesn't look like the Spanish flag. It is the same color as the Spanish flag. It doesn't look like it. Are you unfamiliar with the Macedonian flag?
I actually no, I've never seen the Macedonian flag until now. I didn't know that they thought they weren't Greek.
I find it more just that the official name of the country is North Macedonia. I don't really understand that.
Well, you see, Macedonia is Greek, and the North Macedonians are weird. Some might say they're Albanian.
Stewart picking up a spot there overall. Valoria, who made that really easy, so I wonder if there was a slowdown penalty in effect or something.
For all those Macedonians now watching, I am teasing. I'm only funning around. Don't try and firebomb my house. We will be unsuccessful.
I mean, I assume that there's a reason that there is in effect a South Macedonia that's part of Greece or something.
Yeah, well, Macedonia, as I understand it, Macedonia has always been like a Greek or ethnically kind of Greek.
Yeah. It's kind of like a hybrid of Slavic and Greek culture.
Yeah, but I get it. I mean, y'all want to be different and stuff. I understand.
Just more that as the part of Yugoslavia I've never been to, I know notably less about Macedonia than the rest of my former home country.
Was this about Hugo Stiglitz?
Hugo Stiglitz, yes. Antonio Costa making his way through some blue flag traffic. Making it a little bit harder there. Is that Rene Ermer? That is Rene Ermer. Okay, so that's a battle for position. I was gonna say that's either Rene Ermer or Morbid Apathy, and it is Ermer. Oh, contact between the BMWs and
oh boy,
Antonio Costa. Tugas on Tugas violence.
Oh boy.
That's Vic Vago, who we riding with here, that has been summoned to their home country.
Wilhelm does, Mr. Costa.
Yeah, that's weird. He seems to be running around, so he has not been summoned to his home country. Whoa, Henrik Andreasen. What's going on there?
It's the Hugo Stiglitz.
Yeah, there's Costa. So he's still running. I don't know why we got a black screen when we're on board with him there for a second.
I don't know.
Usually we get that when somebody has been summoned to their home planet by connection issues.
Netcode says no.
Pit window is now open. And we have lost Henrik Andreasen from the race. Can't say I'm surprised, given that he seemed to be like spinning in place there for a bit. So maybe something terminally wrong with the car. That's a shame. He is a BMW title contender. Having a second and a fourth in class so far this season.
But he's always first class in your hearts.
Oh, he's nothing but classy.
Morbid Apathy currently kicking the absolute shit out of half of the purple guys.
still trying to get back into his race.
Half the purple guys
have an early pit stopper there. Who is it? Who's dropping through the field? Thorsten Borchardt, hitting from second place. Interesting.
When John's
he's going with the super undercut. I was going to say, I thought it looked like the Borchardt Zoglu livery that was in the pits, so I was right. We will see if that pays off. Some lapping action going on there. John Spriggs and Andrew D making their way through traffic.
Borchardt successfully pits. He is going to win.
We'll see. He's going with the anti-Max Simmons strategy.
Pit early, pit often.
Problem is, I don't think pit often is really an option.
It's kind of a joke. It's one of them humor things.
Well, there are reasons why you would pit often in racing. But they just don't really impact this game, unfortunately, due to the lack of tire compounds. Adam Stewart with a spin. Almost got collected there by Raul Valoria. For example, there was a race in 1998 where Michael Schumacher made 2 extra pit stops to beat Mika Hakkinen. Basically, what allowed him, what the logic was, is they kept him very low on fuel and gave him the super non-durable tires, and we're like, go, 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 just drive it like it's qualifying, and then come back in.
Drive it like you stole it.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Over Jason Stempler.
I believe you have my Stempler. I said no salt, no salt. They put big grains of salt.
Oh, I finally figured it out. There was a hockey player named Joseph Stempel.
I thought it's Stumple.
There is a Stempel and a Stempel.
Oh.
Stumple is the more famous one.
Yeah, that's why you shaved your face in the morning, so you don't have the stumple all over.
So there you go. That's why 1990s hockey players strike again.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I give to you Radic Bonk.
Radic Bonk is a good one. Who else had a really good name?
Chichu.
Yeah, Jonathan Chichu. I always liked Vincent Damphus.
Yes, very classy.
Rolls off the tongue.
Vinny Damphus, a little bit of the Frenchophone, huh? I also like Darcy Hordachuk.
Carl Dykehouse. Come on.
There you go.
I liked Darcy Tucker's name for some reason, but not really the player.
Oh, really? I kind of like Darcy Tucker. Fucking grinder.
I didn't really have my problem with him is that he ended up getting paid like a star player.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't actually.
Well, I mean, he's the best grinder in the league for a decade, so I mean, I guess.
You don't pay that.
Yeah, no, I totally understand, but it's kind of one of those.
It's like one of the 2 horrible contracts in Toronto Maple Leaf history that not even in hindsight, it's just like in foresight. Why are we doing this? Well, the other one being David Clarkson.
I think he got I want to say he was on a team or a couple of teams that almost made the cup, and so they signed Tucker to...
No, we signed him while he was already a Leaf. He just got re-signed to a big bag of money.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm thinking somebody else. There's a bunch of guys like that, though, that got paid because they were the best grinders. So you get close to winning a cup, and you're like, we just need that one.
Well, Clarkson was kind of that. He had a couple of, he had 2 or 3 30-goal seasons with the Devils.
Yeah.
And then the Leafs are like, we will throw a big bag of money at this guy. Why? He doesn't fit anything that we do.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's true of everybody you signed, so whatever.
And at the end of the day, we ended up trading him for Nathan Horton eventually. Because Nathan Horton his career was over with a degenerative back injury.
Mm-hmm.
And it basically was the Columbus Blue Jackets are like, we cannot afford this man on our salary cap because he cannot play. Please give us your guy who you can then dead cap Horton for and not have to count against the salary, but pay him, and we get a guy who can actually skate. It was the most non improving of either team trade of all time. Morbid Apathy picking up a kind of living up to his name, picking up a drive-through penalty for ignoring slow down warnings.
John Spriggs tried to get at you, but like it's hot, up and like it's hot.
John Spriggs on the tail of Andrew D. Thorsten Borchardt picking up a spot there over Mauricio Delgado, who doesn't fight him too hard, mostly because Delgado knows he still has to pit, and Borchardt does not have to. Oh, speaking of pit stops, I think that was Luciano Echazo going in the pits. That is a wide pit entry, I will say. Very wide. Especially considering this is a motorcycle predominant track, not a car track. This is the second track of Holland, basically. Netherlands, pardon me. Behind Zandvoort, which hosts the F1 Grand Prix, and basically any other big race you can think of outside of the motorcycles, which goes to Assen.
What is your preferred Assen to TT ratio?
I don't really have one, I must say. I'm devoid of a type in this regard. One of the BMWs heading into the pit lane there. Not Jeff Ecott, but could be Vic Vega. We've also had James Butler and Andy Darnell come to the pits to serve their pit stops. The screen did not catch that, I don't think, at the time. On board with Antonio Costa, he is behind Fotis Zoglu, putting pressure on a very quick, but a driver who struggles with consistency. Now, to be clear, I've never raced against Fotis, so I am wondering, is he slow because of a lack of a toolkit issue, or is he slow because of his ping? Pardon me, inconsistent because of a driving issue, or is it, he's from Greece and therefore has a high ping? I'm not sure which it is, but he's into the pit lane now. And that will release Antonio Costa.
Release the beast.
Jason Stempler on the tail of Raul Valoria. They'll both pick up a spot here as they overtake the pit-stopping Suzuka. I was at the regional MMA fights tonight, so everybody, remember, support your regional MMA.
Was Heidenreich on the card?
There's no Heidenreich on the card, sorry.
Should we add a Heidenreich to the MMA sim just for fun?
I've already done that.
Very nice.
Stempler makes an overtake on Raul Valoria there, who I think just made a little bit of a mistake. A little bit of a bobble. I let the Falcon card front. You never know. I might have watched a future UFC fighter on tonight's card. And I do mean I'd never know, because I watched Suri City fight like 5 times, never thought he'd get to the UFC, and then he's there now. Like, I don't know. The Dana White Contender Series is creating a lot of like random contracts.
The realest of Valor. Raul Valoria.
On the tail of Stempler still. Looked like he might have been thinking about making a pit stop there, but has gone against it. We've had a DQ handed down for morbid apathy. That would be not serving his drive-through penalty. I do wonder, and if morbid apathy watches this, I believe he had a similar fate last race that we saw him in.
Possibly,
yeah. Live, I think he got DQ.
I think you're right.
Just a thought here. You might want to check your display settings, because it, if you get disqualified twice for ignoring slowdown penalties, there might be something wrong with your, you may not be seeing it on your heads-up display. That would be something to have a look at. I know Race Room's kind of silly in this regard. You can turn the heads-up display off, and there is no way of being given like your news that you've been giving a drive-through. So, just saying, something to investigate. I'm always a little bit concerned, but when I see people getting disqualified, multiple times for things that are kind of basic. Stempler gets a little bit wide there, and this may open the door for Raul Valoria. In fact, it does, to get him back into 7th place. Pit stop update. We've seen Rizov now make his pit stop. Fall down 14th place.
Mr. Rizov, if you have some cool things to say about Macedonia, please do so in the comment section. I have a feeling, though, if we touched a nerve, maybe he already has.
He may already be typing furiously. Oh, race leader Thomas Ribeiro is in the pit lane, so that hands over the lead to Martin Edmonds of Canada for the time being.
Canada? I never heard of it.
Got a Canada 1-3.
Canada, oh, 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 oh.
Though I do think the battle for the win is still between Ribeiro and Borchardt.
The battle for the win.
Currently top pit stoppers.
Be sure to buy my new book, The Battle for the Wind.
Mauricio Delgado falling backwards through the field. I hope he's in the pits. But until the little pit indicator beside him goes green, I cannot officially state that he is in the pits. But if he isn't, he's in a wall somewhere, I think. Because that's definitely... The way he's dropping through the field, that is a stationary car. It's just a matter of where.
Boy, you're going to be in for a squirrel alert.
And it was in the pits, so there you go. It went green. Our favorite driver and snack food voyeur.
Purveyor of fine
Returns to the
comestibles.
race. And now I'm thinking of the Dr. Krieger getting called into Pam's office to discuss the food rapist in Archer.
Man, I haven't watched Archer in a long time. I desire
Darnell
to
under
perhaps
pressure
watch
from Lesic Lacomi. See what I mean? Look at that! Look at that side of Lacomi's car, and then look at the other side of his car, and they're not. It's not the same. It's not remotely the same livery.
It's
I don't
fine.
understand. It's this dull white on the other side. What's the deal? It's like, it's my least favorite livery just because of like the two-faced nature of it. Like it's Tommy Lee Jones, the livery. I suppose I shouldn't use the actor's name. Harvey Dent, the livery. There you go.
Oh, I understood exactly what you were talking about. As soon as you said it out loud with your mouth.
There might be some younger people.
God, I hate younger people.
Oh, God, oh, shit.
Oh, my cat. Oh, shit. Ow, ow, ow.
Speaking of younger people, ladies and gentlemen, our third person in the booth, the Goose.
Jesus. He woke up he's in his basket, woke up, yawned, stretched, dug every claw directly into my forearm. I'm actually bleeding now. What the fuck, Jaundice Meat Hooks, man?
He just wants to be part of the commentary.
Holy shit, I'll make you part of the commentary. God damn.
Raul Valori allowing Thomas Ribeiro through there. Relatively easy. Ribeiro, of course, on the undercut run. Also, their same livery suggests they should be... I'm going to verify this. Are they actually teammates with each other? Apparently not. Despite the same livery, they are not part of the same team. Interesting. I think Valori is just running the wrong livery. If I may be so bold, I think you're just in the wrong livery, dude. I'm looking at his entry here as part of Awesome Tugas BMW Whoosha. And it's not the livery he's running. But yeah, anyways, Ribeiro. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. He's okay. He's just in under the same livery as the Tugas International team, Tugas Online International team, which is Ribeiro Costa and other Costa, Ricardo. They're running the same livery.
Goose update. He's gone back to being very cute and sleepy.
Indeed. It's just sleep.
I didn't know. It was a nightmare.
He was just doing his part to make sure everyone in the audience knew he was here.
Fucking prick. You're lucky you're good looking. You'd be out on your fucking ass.
Antonio Costa leads the race, but he is yet to pit. It looks like the only other Porsche that is yet to pit is in. That is Raul Valoria falling backwards through the field. 2 BMWs yet to pit. That is Tobias Thierolf and Chris Willems.
Not to be confused with Chris Sale.
True. Spin there for Borchardt.
Yeehaw.
That is a big deal. And that actually is going to put him behind Martin Edmonds. So I was talking earlier that Ribeiro and Borchardt was the fight for the win. It might not be now. Ribeiro is, was that 16 seconds of Edmonds now? And Borchardt's got to get back past him. That's going to be a tall order. We'll see if he can do it. By the way, I think some kind of penalty just came down for Antonio Costa. I was going to say one of the Costas, and I realized Ricardo's not here, so it's got to be Antonio. I'm not sure if it was just a slowdown penalty or if it was a drive-through. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it's the former.
DQ.
Nope. Raul Valoria drive-through penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Raul
not getting any love from the stewards today. We'll wait for the last couple of pit stoppers to come in, and then we'll do a rundown of the current running order. Just gotta figure out where they'll be in. I don't have a pit lane delta to work with, so it would just be a guess at this point. Yep, Chris Willems, I think, is in the pits, or at least he's dropping through the order as if he's in the pits. So either he's in the pits or he's stopped on track. And Fotis is Zoglu. Oh, that is not good, Byron.
I mean, it's not the best.
He is missing the hood of his car.
Could be. I mean, that's ultimate weight savings right there. Legal.
True, but there's a lot of aerodynamic, aspects to the hood.
It's all good in the hood.
There is, dare I say, a reason why these cars have hoods.
Is there?
Yeah.
I think it's just because the government doesn't want you to have an optimally cooled engine.
Well, I mean, this is racing, sir. I assure you, if having no hood was faster, they'd have no hood. No, it is an aerodynamic nature. The hoods are specifically sculpted for aerodynamic purposes in these cars, and
You just sculpt the engine better.
That's harder.
If it's worth doing, it's probably not easy.
On board with John Spriggs. We'll wait one pit stopper, that is Antonio Costa.
Never pit. Always proceed extremely fast.
Well, he'll be pitting in the next 9.5 minutes, that's for sure. That's how long he's got left. At that point, he'll receive a massive penalty. I do not know what the penalty is because it depends on the track. It's intervals of 30 seconds, so it could be 30 seconds, could be 60, could be 90, 120. 150, I think, is the longest. Won't be 150, that's for like spa and stuff, but it's based on the track length.
What about the track girth?
Thorsten Borchardt picking up a slowdown penalty for continuing to violate track limits.
You're gonna get
I
DQ'd.
could make a
I've seen this movie.
1930s Germany joke with that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Back on board with John Spriggs. John, the camera loves you. Tries to track down HD. I think we've seen more on board from John Spriggs than any other driver in this race. That is Jason Stempler moving very slowly. As Raul Valoria battles with Rizov, I think. Yeah. I was going to say, I don't recognize that livery, and that probably means it's the new guy. It's generally a safe bet. Still no pit stop from Costa. Check out Ariel Zatoni in the paint kind car. There is John Spriggs again, the holy moly.
Mole, 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 mole.
Mole.
Mole, 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 mole. Mole, mole.
Aboard with John Spriggs once again. And Thorsten Borchardt, you might want to consider, you know, respecting some track limits, my friend. Well, he's off the track, so he's not respecting them a lot. I think he might be driving a little bit angry after losing second place to Martin Evans.
That makes sense.
He might be doing his best Nicolas Cage impression in a surprisingly good movie, Drive Angry. If you've not seen it, check it out.
I have not. It looked weird.
It was weird, but I mean, William Fincher's performance as the Devil's Accountant is just magnificent. Also, there's a whole bunch of like theories as to who he might actually be, including that he is Judas Iscariot.
All right then. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this one.
There's a whole thing with silver coins and Judas Iscariot, silver coins, betraying Jesus. He was also Jesus's the person who managed the money for the apostles. So there's the thought that the Devil's Accountant, Judas Iscariot. Boom, there you go.
I mean, to be honest, silver's worth a lot more. Although you could keep it, you got a guy that can turn water into wine. That's a moneymaker. I mean, that's just a solid investment.
Indeed.
Have you seen the cartoon of the? It's like Jesus and accompaniment are in the bar, and they're like 3 waters, please. And then Jesus does the check this out 1, 2, 3, and like turns each successive glass of water into wine. And then but the third one he misses and touches the guy's hand. It turns all the blood in his body to wine.
Oh boy, that
very funny.
That would probably be fatal.
Very funny.
Ariel Zatoni on the tail of Magic Cash Check to finish the Drive Angry Judas Iscariot theories. There's also a scene in the movie where he crashes a car off a bridge, and he's fine because he's a demon.
Cool.
And he comes out of the crash with. And 2 guys are standing there who look, high as all hell. We'll just put it that way. And one goes, Jesus! And he just goes, was a carpenter. Also, no beard. Also, then goes, contact between one of the BMWs and the Porsches. That came out worse for the BMW, but I'm gonna say it right now, given the blue flag situation, I kind of gotta side with Andrew D there, that the BMW was probably in the wrong for that contact. Not that I'm telling the stewards how to do their job, because we usually allow for self-correction.
No.
But I'm just saying. Anyways, we have had a pit stop from Antonio Costa at some point that I did not pick up on. Leading the way now is Thomas E. Barrow from Martin Evans and Thorsten Borchardt. Then we have Rene Ermer, Andrew D., John Spriggs, Luciano Ichazo, Antonio Costa, Fotis Zoglu, and Jason Stempler. I did it again. Your top 10 in the Porsche category. In the BMW category is Theroff leading the way from Kaschuk, Satoni, Butler, Davidson, Vega, Ecott, Darnell, Lacombe, and Willems. We've lost 3 cars from the race so far, and that means that we have 24 still circling.
Oh, you say you've got poor circulation. Well.
On board with John Spriggs. Again, I swear, John Spriggs getting a lot of love from the camera guy.
He is muy caliente.
Still trying to get that 5th place off of Andrew D. Andrew D is a good defender. So we'll see.
Defense.
I'm not just saying that for the pun of his name. He actually is a good defender. Ariel Zatoni on the tail of Magic Cash Check. Battle for 2nd place. Argentina v. the UK. It's the Falkland Wars all over again.
Oh boy.
They're well behind Tobias Thierolf, who is left in the dust to the tune of about 13 seconds. I will say, one reason not to go see Drive Angry is Amber Heard's in it.
Well, I have a solution for that. A, I ain't going nowhere. B, I have a method of watching things that doesn't involve paying anybody money.
Well, I imagine that's how most people are going to do this.
I'm not going to get further into it than that. But,
This is not a new film. This is an older film.
Raul Valoria sporting the extremely Western Macedonia flag.
I'm not sure that the Macedonians will accept that.
Go west, young man, go west.
Looking to make a move here on Adam Stewart. Trying to go around the outside of this corner. I don't know that that's going to work out, but we'll find out. Because it does turn to the inside. For the time being, Adam Stewart retains possession of 11th place. Orson Borchardt, could you please respect the track limits, please? She's a lovely lady. Andy Darnell also picking up a slowdown as well.
She gets speed up penalties. They just remotely take control of your throttle and you're going full speed and you can't help it and you don't know when it's going to end.
I feel like that would be just deadly in real life and in this game annoying.
Yeah, well, I didn't say it's a penalty. So, I mean, come on.
I think it would result in a lot of crashes, though, is more my point.
Well, so what?
Which I know for you is a positive.
They had so much safety gear. They're invulnerable.
Yeah, but they need that. They need that safety gear. Don't make me pull out the Roman Grosjean on fire, like, you know, video again.
Yeah.
Where his car is, like, cut in half and he is on fire.
You're making these really cool table cameras.
Ooh, okay. Adam Stewart gets spun out there, but he looked like he was losing control of the car already. Interesting. Not sure what happened there. Maybe a netcode glitch? Rene Ermer navigating his way through traffic. Not sure whose BMW that is. Black one is either Darnell or Ecot. Let's see if I can figure it out. Could be Vic Vega? Could be Vic.
Gonna go to the Florida, gonna go to the Ecot Center.
Andy Darnell. Can you move on Lezek Lakomi? Let's see if we can stay in front. And he will. For the time being.
Can you
Steve
see the
Davidson
time?
picking up a slowdown penalty? Have we just not seen any of Steve Davidson today? I know he's out there. I can see him on the tower. But like I feel like we've not seen his car at all. Hang on, let me look at his livery and see if that jogs a memory.
Go Steve Dave. Go Steve Dave.
I don't think we've seen him at all. And his livery is very distinct. It's lime green. Or like it's sunny delight yellow or whatever.
What about the purple stuff?
What, that purple stuff? Yeah, I know. I love the Sunny D commercials. Purple stuff. I think you should know what the purple stuff is.
Well, I admire the fact they didn't bother saying grape juice. Everybody knows what purple is if it's in liquid form. Purple is grape juice. That's the end of that story.
Mm-hmm.
No such thing as purple cranberry juice. You don't get no purple raspberry juice. They should make raspberry juice. That would be good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that's purple? I'm really I'm at a complete.
Plums.
Plums, yeah. Don't really do plum juice that much.
They do not. Prune juice, but no plum juice.
Warriors drink. Side-by-side action there between Spriggs and D, and Spriggs is through and into 5th place. We missed the overtake. Just got the tail end of it.
It should sprig into action.
Not sure whose BMW that is being lapped. Could be Thirolf's. Could be Thirolf. No, it's not Thirolf. Assuming he's got the right livery, anyways. You're going through the entry list here. I'm not seeing that. I am not seeing that livery anywhere.
Thirolf is on fire. We don't need no water.
So it could be that somebody is in the wrong livery. But, I don't think it particularly matters as we check out Thorsten Borchardt racing with his modified port, or was it Zoglu lost his so I forget which of them did. I think it was Zoglu.
Zoglu.
Or with Andy Darnell as he tries to overcome the Polish driver Leszek Lakoum. Our usual Eastern European team is reduced to just one. No Yuri Kutachville, no Christian Kubovic today.
Maybe we could recruit somebody.
Oh,
out of
Darnell with a much better run out of the chicane there, which should be 8th place for him. And yep, he is clear of Lakomi's car, and that is 8th place for the championship contender. Although after today, that may not be the case. Andy Darnell.
I believe Delgado's stranglehold on the championship is instrumental.
They're not even in the same championship.
Shut up! Stop trying to deflect my narrative.
I mean, Delgado has already won the Charcuterie Cup.
Correct. Sir, it's the charcuterie placard.
Placard?
Yeah,
we didn't spring for a
You gonna put fucking charcuterie in a cup? I don't think so.
Yeah, but the cup is much more expensive and like very much more shiny. You can show it off more.
You could make something. You could make an expensive placard.
I guess. Andy Darnell there, by the way, just kind of letting Lakomi back past him. So there's a couple of thoughts I have on that. He just wants to race Lakomi some more, and there's no one else really to race. Or he picked up a slowdown penalty that didn't get shown. Or he had some kind of problem with his pedals. these are my options.
The Swole Town penalty.
Andy, if you would like to tell us in the comments down below what happened, that would be appreciated. And if it was pedals, I feel your pain, because my pedals, of course, stopped working properly. The brake wouldn't fully release. It was very annoying.
Is it true that you had to get new pedals off your bicycle?
Nope. Although the lovely ESR community bought me new pedals, so there you go.
I knew about that ahead of time.
Get that plug in.
I was in on the secret.
I know. I know you were. I got a whole list. I appreciate it.
I'm in on the most conspiracies.
Got me a very nice, expensive set of pedals.
Hell yeah.
I actually like them. They're really nice. Also much easier to clean them, which is nice.
You shall be cleansed.
I do like maintenance of any kind. They're just set up well. Whereas the Thrustmasters I had that broke were they were a bitch to fix anything on. Darnell swinging back into 8th place, maybe, and overtaking Lakomi again. Whatever technical problem he had. Oh, Lakomi fighting back. Whatever technical problem he had appears to have sorted itself out. So I'm going with he can't really catch up with Jeff Ecott, which is true. He's about 15 seconds behind him. And he just wants to keep battling Lakomi, which I respect. There's nothing more boring than, like, you know, just running laps when you could be, you know, battling tooth and nail with somebody over on the track. See if he lets him through again.
Les Lacombe, star of the 1980s and 90s TV show The Beach Lacomers.
Now, for some reason, I have the Star Trek Voyager Gilligan's Island theme in my head.
All right. You may be slightly demented, but I approve.
Indeed. I saw it a couple days ago. Lacombe re-overtakes Darnell, and again, that was very, very easy. So I am under the impression Darnell is kind of prolonging this battle. Again, respectable. As he gets lapped by one of the Porsches. Adam Stewart, I think, is the only one running that livery. I am correct. There is another one. There is another one registered, Paul Iper, but we have not seen Iper on the track yet this season.
Good old Paul Wipers.
A couple of big names we've not seen this season, including Iper, Adam Komarowski's not been around. So, guys, you signed up. What's the dealio?
I believe many bouts with narcotics.
The entire Purple Dinosaur team is not here today. Oh, Andrew D! Contact with another blue flag car, and it took out Echazo.
Destruction.
That was Chris Willems that he collected. We didn't see it from the outside of the car, so I can't really offer an opinion. But obviously it's a big deal because Antonio Costa is now charging up to 7th place ahead of championship contender Luciano Echazo. That might have huge repercussions in the long run.
As big as your heat.
Thomas Ibero still leading by 25 seconds over Martin Evans. Not much drama there, and not much drama for 3rd place either with Porsche. But, well, I suppose we'll see a lot of Costa versus Echazo. They're nice and close together. And the aforementioned Darnell Lacombe fight still going on, as well as a battle between Vic Vega and Jeff Ecott over 6th place in the BMW fight. Luciano. Trying to get back that spot.
The Luch is on fire.
We don't need no water.
Hold me closer, Luciano.
I think the first race where we've seen some blue flag contacts happen, which does not bode well for tighter tracks like Brands Hatch and Laguna Seca, which are later on this calendar. We've lost Raul Valori at some point. Just parked the car. And that puts us down to 23 cars still circulating. 10 BMWs and 13 Porsches.
Give or take 90 cars.
Big climber today, Luciano Echazo up 5 spots from his 13th on the grid to 8th place. Slow down penalty for Maurice. And Magic.
Mike.
Big power slide there from Lacombe. And that will promote Andy Darnell to 8th place. And more with Luciano Echazo, as he is trying to find his way back past Antonio Costa. This is probably the only really heated battle going on right now after Lacombe lost the track there. It is now quite a ways behind Darnell. Also, apparently a mistake there at some point from Jeff Eacock, because he was about a second back of Vic Vega and is now about 5. So he lost 4 seconds somehow. Usually that involves a spin or an off.
Probably accidentally shifted into reverse.
Can't really do that.
It happens.
Andy Darnell coming to a stop. Out of fuel? Maybe? I'd say the other option was, I guess, waiting for Lacombe, but Lacombe is past him and is long gone. So it does look like Andy Darnell may have run out of gas, and that's pretty problematic because, like, Darnell, we're 2 minutes left in the race. This is not when you want to make your calculations problematic. I mean, of course, also could be some real-life aggro going on that is forcing him away from the rig at the moment. There are options.
I believe he was being chewed on by a stoot.
Oh. Well, that certainly would be an odd one.
Perhaps an ermine?
Still trying to kick her in. Okay, he's going again. So maybe some real life aggro. It has put him at the back of the pack as he goes into the pit exit there. We will see what's up. Andy Darnell, you got some explaining to do down in the comments down below.
Hello, Z.
We had the whole letting Lezik Lacombe through, and now this? What's going on?
You got some explaining to do.
I thought we were in for like a new era of Andy Darnell, honestly, because he came through and he won that opening race at Imola, and I'm like, wow, this is a Andy Darnell championship contender arc, and
to get there.
Since then, it's not really been happening. He had 7th place at
He'll get
Dubai,
there. Yeah,
and now,
success isn't the fucking linear.
And now having a let's just say a really, really hard time here at Assen.
It'll be fine.
I'm just saying, you're up against Tobias Thierolf. You can't afford graces like this.
Something, the Tobiasi Maru.
Byron's back up for the Buffalo Wild Wings. Tobias Thrustmaster.
I'm still confused as the color scheme of your baseball team. Why did you use the ground brown mustard instead of like actual hot sauce?
Because that is the Buffalo Wild Wing hot sauce.
Disgusting.
I was working with the gimmick, sir.
Grotesque.
I also have a blue alternate uniform.
Were you counting blue cars?
I'm just kind of like weirded out by the fact that the butts on them seem to have like this weird seam issue. It's a bit weird.
Booty, rocking everywhere.
Let's put it this way: if a team actually had slow down penalty for continuing to abuse track limits for Luciano Chazzo, I assume that's what he's serving. Unfortunately, that kind of terminated the battle between him and Andrew D. Which leaves us with very little on offer here in the final lap. Oh, Chazzo DNFs! What happened?
No!
What happened? That's very weird. I did look over at the results page, and it looks like they have classified him as 13th, so he has been allowed to score points, despite not seeing the checker flag.
Dang chicken flag.
Tomas Ibarro is your winner for the 3rd race in a row. He adds victory here at Assen to his victories already at Dubai and Imola. Commanding championship lead, I must say. And Thorsten Borchardt with a big old
Hell yeah, let's go.
Hopefully, I don't think he finished the race though.
Oh, that's a problem.
That is a problem.
I thought that was a victory thing. My bad.
Rene Armour overtakes him. I don't think so. I don't think so, Byron.
Oh boy.
I think that was just an unfriendly meeting with the wall.
Oh no.
So his spot on the podium has now gone to Rene Ermer, who makes his first appearance on the podium this season. With Hibero and Martin Edmonds' first podium as well. Nice rebound from Martin after running out of gas at Dubai, which is ironic.
Perhaps he could use some Gouda.
The only place where you probably could have just got gas from the stands.
I'm pretty sure they just carry it in their pockets.
Pretty much. Thomas Hibero, your winner from Martin Edmonds, Rene Ermer, John Spriggs, Andrew D, Thorsten Borchardt, Antonio Costa, Fotis Zoglu, Jason Stempler, Adam Stewart, Mauricio Delgado, and was it Ivan or Igor? It was one of the two. Ivan, I think?
Steve.
Ivan was off. Tobias Thierolf takes his second victory. He won in Dubai and now is champion here at, or not champion, but winner here at Assen. From Magic Cash, Chuck and Ariel Zatoni in the BMW side of things, James Butler, Steve Davidson, Vic Vega, Jeff Ecott, Leszek Lakomi, Chris Willems, and Andy Darnell making it to the finish line. Luciano Echazo, Raul Valoria, Henrik Andreasen, Nicozel van der Berge all DNF'd, and a DQ for Morbid Apathy. I'll give a quick rundown of the championship. And then we'll go to Byron for final words.
Oh my God.
So heading into Suzuka, Thomas Hibero has won all three races. He leads the Porsche Championship with 105 points. He is 40 points clear. That is a full race win clear of Rene Ermer in second place on 65. 64 for Luciano Echazo. Rounding up the top 10, we have Antonio Costa, Thorsten Borchardt, Martin Edmonds, Christian Kubovic, Andrew D, John Spriggs, and Fotis Azoglu. And on the BMW side of things, the M2s, your championship leader is Tobias Thierolf with 96 points. In second place is Andy Darnell on 61. So not quite a full a win ahead. But let's put it this way. If Darnell were to win at Suzuka and Thierolf did not score, they'd be tied. So not much of a battle going on there either. Magic Kazchuk is third on 57 points, followed by Henrik Andreasen, James Butler, Vic Vega, Steve Davidson, Ariel Zatoni, Leszek Lakomi, and Josiah Jerome.
Oh my goodness.
Byron, your final thoughts.
I like ice cream.